For this week, we were expecting dollar bullishness, and we got dollar bullishness. So we have hit target for the month. That means for me and us, we should take profit in our dollar bullishness and go somewhere else. Maybe yen's, stock market, or other commodities might be a better option for the next week. Let's go into the details. As we can see, this was the buy we were hoping for this week. It went a bit lower, but still in the end, it went all the way up to target. So I would say good profits. On the stock market, we are still to the upside. We are still looking for this one to rise. And I still have a buy here. So if coming into next week, I would actually hope for some kind of pullback here where I can buy 45, 70, 60 area and then still going higher. As long as we are above 46.30 area, I'm very happy to continue buying. But I would also love a deeper pullback. But as for so far, we don't have that, so I can't trade that. For Aussie dollar, we hit take profit for this week. Now we are pulling back quite strongly coming into tomorrow, no, coming into next week. So for next week, I am definitely thinking we should look into 73.82, 73.48. The reason why I'm still expecting dollar bullishness. And the other thing is, for today we had the consumer confidence coming out, and it was very low. It was 10-year low on the consumer confidence, high inflation, low consumer confidence. That is, by the way, a bit of a dollar bearishness, but I still think that next week we might still be able to sell off at 73.82. And coming into euro, we have hit target for the week, we have hit target for the month. So right now on the euro, I would say take a chill pill, let's see how it develops. There's no need to rush this one, because this one doesn't have any reason to go anywhere at the moment. Just another one on Aussie is that seasonality says that Aussie should rise in the second half of November. The same thing for pound. So if we see some kind of reversal here, dollar bullishness might not be the best trade next week, but I'm still thinking we should look into 135 and down to 132. There's still a move there if continuation on the inflation move that we have had this week. The other thing to mention here is that there might be some Brexit problems. Boris Johnson said they are not going to issue Article 16, but there has been some moving and some feathers between the European Union and UK this week as to maybe they don't want to continue with the trade deals that they have put in place. That is pound bearish. So those prices are kind of what I'm generally looking for next week. But if this dollar turns into bearishness, then I am not taking much risk here, because I know dollar has taken profit, so I know I shouldn't be risking a lot. On pound yen, on the other hand, as we can see, straightforward range. And cool, okay, we are still in a range, but I still need a higher high before I can buy it. So if pound gets strong today or this week, I would love to do pound yen. Now there's going to be some stimulus in Japan. I think that is another reason to put on the yen bearishness. I also think that yen is supposed to weaken when dollar gets stronger with inflation fears. I also think that I also believe the yen economy also has a very bad time at the moment, so there is no real strength out there other than being the risk-off sentiment, generally speaking. But it doesn't seem to have really rocketed the yen index, because yen index has been ranging this week. So I am hopefully that we will get some yen bearishness for this upcoming week. This one going higher. And I would love to see if we can get some kind of price above here and in the end, by the way, I hope that we can get it in the end, but I also hope in the end we can maybe go up to 161. That is a long way, but maybe this is the right price. This is the right time. We just need technical reasons to be taking pound yen higher. New Zealand dollar, another one that is seasonality wise should be getting stronger. So if this is the bottommost, it is the right pivot level M2. It is around 70. It may proceed to make a double bottom. Maybe I will do New Zealand yen instead of New Zealand dollar. But New Zealand seems now, at least for this next upcoming week, that we might going into some New Zealand bullishness. The reason for that is because it's going into summer now. People are starting to spend money again. It's getting hot down there, over there. Sorry, but we shall see if it follows through. It's just a theory though. But this is against dollar, so whatever we can hope for on the dollar pair by next week, I think you can expect price to come up to 71.18 or 17.73 before falling lower if this thing is supposed to fail. So if you're dollar bullish, as I am, this is what I am thinking, and then continuing lower. But as again, we still need to see the follow through on the dollar bullishness. We have a pullback right now, so we shall see what happens on Monday and Tuesday. So stay tuned. And the other one is USD CAD, 121.24.42. Sorry, is the best buy price for next week, and then the plan B is 124.67. For CAD, I would say that we have been very weak this week. Oil has been taking some profits. Oil has been going some range bound. So maybe it can do this. I do believe this is probably the path of least resistance. We have not reached our monthly target, which is at 127.78. So still to the upside. Euro New Zealand, I'm just mentioning it. It is kicking off the central pivot. If New Zealand gets stronger, this one, my friend, is going to fall like a ton of bricks. And there's plenty of opportunities to take it down all the way down to 157. Stop loss above previous high. And the reason for that is basically New Zealand bullishness driving this one further down. Looking at the CRT report, we have more buyers coming in, so the strength was also by hedge fund managers. On Aussie, we saw both buyers and sellers coming in more, so that's more like a neutral week. The same thing on British pound, neutral week. Same thing on Canadian, a neutral week. On Euro, we had a lot of shorters taking profit, but also buyers taking profit. So both of them are reducing their positions. And I would actually believe that buyers should have been the one that taken the most profit this week. But hey, it is what it is. Same thing on Japanese yen, a rebalancing here, taking down risk. New Zealand has more buyers coming in, shorters taking profit. That turns New Zealand more bullish for next week. Sorry, that was bullish for this week. So maybe that will continue into next week. As you can also see on the COT report, is that we now have a very bullish trend and very high buy percentage now in the New Zealand, as we are 67% long on New Zealand. Same thing on gold, just both taking profits. Silver, more shorts coming in, but price went higher. Crude oil, shorts coming in, longs taking profit, not too much. S&P 500, more buyers coming in, shorters taking profit. So still to the upside here. Coming into next week, you need to look into the GDP of Europe, GDP out of Japan, RBA meeting minutes, retail sales out of America, consumer price out of pound on Wednesday, consumer price out of Canada. So there is some moves for next week. So yeah, great. The other thing is there's a new currency strength meter that I am covering. So for today, Aussie was the strongest, Euro was the weakest, dollar was turning weak by the end of it. If that is going to continue, or if that is now turning back into some dollar strength again. We will see that on Monday, Tuesday, like between Monday and Tuesday. So yen pairs, reasons, seasonality, Aussie getting stronger. We have been very sold off on the Aussie lately, so maybe this is a time to make a stronger pullback. Okay, but if I'm to short anything here, it is Aussie dollar, it is pound dollar. But if I'm to buy anything, I would look into Aussie yen, and I would look into New Zealand yen, I would look into CAD yen, maybe not Euro yen at this moment. So right now, what do we have? We have buy price, we have around 83, and we may have to have a higher high, higher low situation before we can take this one going higher. So if you go into the details for next week, I would say, okay, now we're coming up to some sell prices, but I think if we get a dip on Monday, that is kind of our starting point. It is very early, by the way, so stop loss is below 83, but I think this has something for it. I think this can be the start of something, but if it doesn't work out, I have no problem of retreating. But this is definitely promising for this upcoming week. 84.50 is a target, and then the next target is going back all the way up to 85.50. But also for the month of Aussie yen, we are looking into 89. Are we going to go there? Maybe if dollar continues its bullish move. But as I'm telling you, on dollar, pause it, see what happens, be familiarized with yourself with what is going to happen, have some small entries if that is what you really need. But other than that, we are hoping for some bullish move to the upside. CAD yen, still no bullish price action at the moment, but as we can see here, we have some support. We are at 95.50. We have maybe higher low situation. So maybe CAD yen can continue its move back up again when yen now starts to weaken. Euro yen does not have anything at the moment, and then target is back up to previous resistance at 92.48 or higher. Now coming on to Euro yen, it really don't have the technical reasons to take this one higher. So the details on this one is wait for the reversal, wait for the higher high, wait for this one to go higher. Maybe we'll get it on Monday, maybe we'll get it on Tuesday, maybe we'll never get it, who knows. But you should not be buying yet on Euro yen. So we are thinking this one should go higher. It is currently still bearish, as I have written down. So onto the details. Coming down, up there, and then going higher. 130.75 is probably a good price. New Zealand yen has not met a higher high, but is kind of lurking around a double bottom here at 80. So Aussie yen, New Zealand yen, CAD yen, Euro yen, they're all at very round numbers, okay? Very significant numbers. So maybe this is a time where it goes back up again. But it hasn't really been showing a lot of bearishness, as dollar pairs has shown bearishness. So maybe there's hope. So higher high, higher low. This is the number one. This is number two. So around 80 maybe. We are able to get something. But if you are a scalper, maybe we'll get some higher highs and higher lows in this on Monday and Tuesday. So I will surely update you when I get something there. USD Yen. I don't know where this one is going. And I believe that we might going down to 113.60-70 area and up to 14.86. But it's mostly because I'm thinking dollar strength and I'm thinking yen weakness. So this is one of the more perfect pairs to trade. But if the move is dollar weakness, yen strength, this one is going to fall and you will look like a fool. So what do you think is going to happen is totally up to you. This is the bottom. This is the top. We haven't broken out of the top yet. So you really need to take an educated guess of where do you think it's going to go. I think the mature idea here is actually just waiting for the breakout and then the pullback, instead of trying to force it down here, where you can easily go back all the way back to the previous low, and we haven't done anything. US oil 80.15 can be a buy price for next week, but I'm also very worried that we haven't continued the bullish trend this week. It has been very choppy this week, so I am a bit on ice here. Take a chill pill, wait it out, and as long as we're above 879.50, I can agree on that with this one. But I think that we still need to see continuation higher. We have a bit of a higher rig count today. I think it was 4 more. We had some lower oil storage this week, so, and then there's still demand. So maybe we'll come into some more demand on oil. So that would be great for next week. New Zealand natural gas. Sorry, coming into this week is, well, I would love to have shorted it pretty late now, but it's definitely looking to the lower side. So any move towards 4.4 from 5.2 is considerable. Just remember that this is highly sensitive at the moment. Russia was not giving at least the amount of natural gas it was promised to do, or it promised to do, but it didn't do it anyways. So just have that in mind. USD ZAR was requested as a special one. Yeah, maybe 15, 22, 15, 10 can be potential upsides to 1570 area. But yeah, very interesting that this one has been much stronger than dollar this week, even despite the strength in the dollar. I in my live said that I wanted you guys to tell me which currency pairs do you want me to cover, and Harold has sent in one, says Cnh Jpy. Where's the yen futures gonna go? I think it's gonna go lower. Freddie says dollar pairs and yen pairs, especially fundamental sides. I've tried. Luis says great information, bro. Dollars and yen pairs. So those were the ones that was given to me today, and you were given the opportunity both in Discord and on YouTube to give me your currencies or assets that I should cover. And as we go into Cnh Jpy, and I can't remember what you did here, and I see the bullish trend here. So yeah, and if you have sold, this one is a bit of a difficult one to analyze there, but I think it definitely shows potential to the upside here. The other thing that I wanted to mention was US 30. Now we have the higher high I was hoping for. So if coming into tomorrow and Monday, I would definitely look for upsides all the way up to 36.70, as long as we are above 35.90 area. As long as we are above, great. And the other thing here is, still very high by the way, but we had a small pullback here. And the other thing to mention, Bitcoin. Bitcoin went up to the target. Boom, great. Now it went lower, down to your buy price, specifically 62,000. There is your entry, bros. Okay, I've said that to you. There you go. But if you took it or not, totally up to you. Gold. Gold has been very bullish this week. Okie dokie. I earlier said 1845 looks like a good buy. That was around 11, and that happened. And technically, we seem to be still going strong up to 1890. Okay. I am personally not trading this asset. I'm not promoting you to buy it. I'm not telling you to buy it. I'm only saying this is what the market tends to do. But on Bitcoin, just to mention, I'm also expecting a fall of 20 to 30%. So just make sure that you have your risk tolerance in check. That is everything for me. I'm going to be away for the weekend. Have a great day. Boom. Love you guys.